Hello, this is Tom. Welcome to my channel. I recently released a script on using ChatGPT to do photographic prompts for Midjourney 6.0. And I redid the script using a different methodology, which I'll talk about later, which uh, I've liked better. And I'll start out just by showing some of the prompts and the images. So let's just start out looking at some of the images, and then we'll go to uh, look at discuss the prompts in the script. So these are some fashion images, which I like this one very much. I'd say this is my favorite. Um, it didn't have a good day, I would say, in terms of doing the people in color. So I'm going to have, it's still in alpha, so it could be that I just happened to catch it at a bad time. This one looks okay, but a lot of these you can see the people look off, especially the ones in color. If I get to black and white, those look a lot better. So these are fashion shoot pictures. I'd say most of them did not turn out well. I don't know how well you can see this, uh, but that looks really weird, the face there. Okay, now here we're in black and white, and I thought these turned out great. And also, the prompt by ChatGPT talks about focusing on the sculptural beauty of the human form. And this can be problematic in terms of the sensor, but Midjourney handled this perfectly and came up with really nice images. And, all of them are fine in terms of the guidelines. So I was really happy with these. Like this is nice, both these in particular. Okay, now we're back to weirdness. Uh, okay, and again, this is black and white. So at least for the ones I did today, the black and white ones with people turn out much better than the color ones. Okay, here's some pictures of Amsterdam. I did a bunch of different cities. And again, the black and white ones I think are quite nice. And uh, I I gave ChatGPT. I told it I wanted three for Amsterdam, so there's 12 total, and it picked which ones to do from the catalog. So it shows some in black and white, and then some in color. And I don't know how well you can see the people look funny, but it did do some nice things here. Like I think both these last two, I like the composition quite a lot, to where you have it blurry in the front, blurry in the back, and then clear in the middle. And I'll show some uh, another compositional element I liked a lot, which is this is the third prompt. So this is like 9 through 12 of the 12 pictures, the three different batches of four. And these I liked very, very much. These are color ones. And you can see I used the trees to kind of frame the picture. And it did this for all four pictures. So I thought that was a really nice technique. And there's nothing in the prompt to tell it to do that. So that was Midjourney's idea. Now, I don't know. It has the name of the photographer. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. I sort of doubt it. I suspect it's more Midjourney is doing the heavy lifting here. So I'd say it's kind of hit and miss. Trying to get to New York here because there was some New York pictures that I did. But these are Tokyo. So these Tokyo black and whites I thought were terrific. And in general, like this one is really cool because you can just barely make out city in the background, and I thought this was a super nice image, really nice composition. So that's something. It seems to me that it's improved in terms of composition from five. Um, these are color pictures that I thought turned out really nicely of cherry blossoms. So that's an iconic thing for Tokyo. So I thought it did a nice job picking the themes to use. Here we have the people again not looking terrific when they're in color, but back to the black and white, and then they look great again. And let's see, I think I have New York next. Let me check. We're still in Tokyo, right? Some more black and whites, and these are great too, I think. Okay, now we're in New York. So these look fine to me. I think this is a nice composition where you have a figure in the foreground, and uh, you have the tree branch overhanging. Quite a nice picture. And then this is Brooklyn. And then I think I have, okay, yeah. I like these on the flat iron a lot, where it's looking up. And this wasn't in the prompt. This was Midjourney's idea. So pretty interesting. I think really nice shots with the flat iron building. And then here we got Times Square. Um, and three of the four were black and white. It did one in color. Um, these I liked a lot. These were among my favorite. Where the prompt was for puddles and umbrellas, reflections in the puddles, and it did that. I thought looked really cool. Here's another one with the same idea. This one was a bit too close up, and here it went through a rainy window, and so it handled it in a different way. But I like this one very much too. And here we have Paris. And what I wanted to comment about Paris was it seems to me it's gotten a lot more accurate. Like these pictures are, you can tell they're Paris, and I don't recall seeing any pictures in five that were as accurate as these are. So that's nice to see. And this, I can tell right where this is just by looking at the picture. So, um, whereas the ones in for five, you get the Eiffel Tower in almost every picture, and they was kind of more generic. It seemed to me. That's my impression. So there are definitely a number of things that I think are greatly improved with six, and this is just alpha. So it'll be interesting to see how this changes and what the actual full release will look like. But I think it's a great start. And I did want to talk a little bit about the prompt itself. So the prompt is quite a bit longer than what I used for five, and I'm following the recommendations of the guidelines of Midjourney from the. I'll show you where you can find out about these. That's in prompt chat in the Midjourney Discord, and in prompt chat it'll point you. You can talk to the moderators, ask them questions. They have facts that will tell you how to do the Midjourney 6 prompts, and so I'm copying the style that they gave. You can see that they're longer than what the version 5 prompts were, um, and maybe I would say about 50% longer in terms of like the max that you can get, where it's actually reacting to what you're giving to it, and it uses natural English. So that's a big difference. Whereas in version 5, the prompts tend to be more successful if you just were very direct and uh, not natural English, but now that's one of the main focuses they've had to make it better to work with natural English. And then another thing I'll mention is it has camera information, um, which I found is helpful. Not so much that it understands necessarily, the cameras, that it's not like using that to make the prompt per se, but it can work as a filter. And for example, some of the cameras were known for black and white pictures. Also, the film can definitely make a difference in the images it will pick. And so some of the times it seems like it doesn't make any difference, but some of the times it does. So I choose to include those in the prompts. And then the final thing I'll mention is I like the stylized 50. So those, you can play around with different numbers for that, but for so far, that's what I'm liking the best for the photographs, where you get more of a clear, realistic type of image as opposed to a more stylized type of picture in the if you use a higher stylization. And then the last thing that I'll mention is that the approach that I used for the ChatGPT script was a catalog. And I have a number of other videos where I talk about the catalog idea. So here I'll be as brief as I can be, which is to say that I have 10 sections with 10 photographs each. And I tried to make the photographs, the prompts be, the way that I wanted them to be. And the basic idea is rather than trying to explain to ChatGPT how to do the prompts, I mean, I had to do that to get these prompts. And it took a while to do that. But once I have them, then it's very easy. Then ChatGPT tends to be very good at extrapolating if you can give it examples. So I have 100 examples for it to use, and then the instructions are just to tell it to tweak these as necessary to match the theme or the specifications of the user, and that seems to work really, really well to get the results that I was hoping to see from the prompts. And I will put out in the description of the video the URL of let me go ahead and publish it. All right, so I'm showing you the right one here. So this is it here. And I will, I'll put this in the description. So you can just copy and paste the script and run with it, and should get some nice results. So hope you found it useful, and thanks for watching. Till next time.